Kendall Jenner tells her mom Kris to relax after she pointed out that Kendall is the last sibling to have a baby. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kendall Jenner recently reacted to something her mother, Kris Jenner, said about her not having any children yet, and it was clear that Kendall found it a bit too much. This happened during a new episode of the family's show, The Kardashians. The whole family had gathered together for a special dinner that was arranged by a popular Japanese restaurant called Nobu, and the dinner took place at Kylie Jenner's house. Kris Jenner, who is known for being a loving mother and grandmother, was so happy to be surrounded by her children and their kids. But she made a comment that left people talking and even made Kendall a little uncomfortable. Kris Jenner, who is now 68 years old, was speaking to the camera during her private interview moment on the show. She talked about how thankful she was for everything that happened in the year. She said it had been a really special year for her and her family, and she was feeling deeply grateful. She mentioned that she had gone through some serious health problems that made her very worried, but she was happy that things turned out fine in the end. She also brought up how her daughter Kourtney Kardashian Barker had given birth to a baby boy named Rocky. Kris was filled with joy as she said how lucky they were to welcome another baby into their growing family. Then Kris made a remark that seemed a bit pointed. She said that even though so many of her kids had babies now, there was still one of her children who hadn't had a baby yet. She was talking about Kendall. She said, "I still have a child, also known as Kendall, who hasn't had a baby yet, so you never know." She said it in a playful tone, but Kendall didn't exactly take it the same way. Kendall Jenner didn't attend the family dinner that evening, but when she watched the episode or heard what her mom had said, she had a reaction. She shared her thoughts in her own confessional moment on the show. In her usual calm and honest way, Kendall, who is now 28 years old, said that the comment was extremely awkward for her. She said, "Mom, oh my God, you couldn't make this more awkward." Then she added that her mom needed to relax a little bit. She didn't seem angry, but it was clear that she found her mom's words a bit too much. This wasn't the first time Kris Jenner had shared her feelings about babies and motherhood. Earlier in the same season of the show, Kris had a very emotional conversation with her oldest daughter, Kourtney Kardashian, who is now 45 years old. During their chat, Kourtney asked her mom if she ever felt sad about the fact that she wouldn't be pregnant again. It was a sensitive question, and Kris didn't hide how she felt. As soon as Kourtney asked, Kris's eyes filled with tears. She replied by saying, "Don't make me cry." Then she explained that being pregnant was one of the most beautiful experiences of her life. She said it was especially meaningful when she was pregnant for the first time. Kris went on to say that her first pregnancy was with Kourtney, and she jokingly called her, "my little pepper." She smiled as she said that Kourtney turned out to be very spicy, hinting that Kourtney has a bold and fiery personality. Kourtney responded with a smile too. She said, "I'm an Aries. I'm a spice," making a lighthearted comment about her zodiac sign. Kris Jenner is known for having a strong bond with all her children. She is the mother of 6 kids. Her daughters are Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, Kendall, and Kylie, and her son is Rob. Over the years, all her children except Kendall have become parents. Each one of them has had their own journey with family life and parenthood. Kim has 4 children, Kourtney and Khloe each have 3 and 2 children respectively, Kylie has 2, and Rob has 1 daughter. Kris has always shown how proud she is of her children for growing their own families. Kendall, however, has chosen a different path so far. She is very focused on her career in fashion and modeling. As one of the most successful models in the world, she travels often and works with many top brands. While her sisters were having babies and raising families, Kendall was building her name in the fashion world. That doesn't mean she doesn't want a family someday, but for now, she has been enjoying her own journey. Kendall has always been known for being a little more private compared to her siblings. While the rest of the family often shares every detail of their lives, Kendall tends to keep certain things to herself. She does appear on the family's show and attends family events, but she also likes to have time away from the spotlight. Her fans have noticed this about her, and many appreciate how she stays true to what feels right for her. This latest comment from her mom might not have upset Kendall deeply, but it did bring attention to a topic that often comes up for many women in their late 20s and 30s. The idea that people expect them to have children at a certain age, or that family members might put pressure on them to start a family, is something many women can relate to. Kendall's reaction showed that even someone as successful and well-known as her can still feel uncomfortable when family expectations become too much. Kris's comment was likely made with love and a sense of humor, but Kendall's response reminded everyone that these kinds of comments can still be awkward. It also highlighted the different personalities within the Kardashian-Jenner family. While some family members love to talk about babies and parenting, others might not feel the same way at the moment, and that's perfectly okay. Kris has always been a loving and proud mom, and part of her love shows up in the way she talks about wanting more grandchildren. She has always been very close to her grandkids and often talks about how much they mean to her. Whether it's spending time with them during holidays, attending their birthday parties, or just sharing special moments, she has shown how much she enjoys being a grandmother. But as Kendall gently pointed out, everyone's path is different, and not everyone is on the same timeline. In her own way, Kendall reminded viewers that people should not be rushed or pressured into life decisions like having children. These are deeply personal choices, and everyone should have the freedom to make them when they feel ready. While Kris might be dreaming of even more grandchildren, Kendall is focusing on living her life the way she wants to, and her fans respect her for that. The family dinner scene, the heartfelt conversation between Kris and Kourtney, and Kendall's honest reaction all came together to show what makes this family both relatable and unique. They may be rich and famous, but they also go through the same family dynamics, awkward talks, and emotional moments that many other families experience. The show gives a close look at how they support each other, make jokes, feel emotional, and sometimes even make each other feel awkward, just like in many other families around the world. Kendall's message to her mom to chill might have made viewers laugh, but it also had a deeper message. It showed that no matter how famous you are, you still want your choices to be respected, and sometimes even a joke from your mom can feel like pressure. Kris, on the other hand, probably didn't mean any harm. She's just a mom who loves her family deeply and dreams of even more little ones running around her house. As fans continue watching the Kardashians, moments like these remind them that behind the fame, fashion, and luxury, there are still very real feelings and conversations happening in the family. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.